Mental Health Awareness Month. It began in 1949 to help the public erase the stigma with mental health issues. This morning, Dr. Sabrina is going to help us understand the various ways we can seek help, and it can come in many forms. Dr. Sabrina, how are you this morning?
I am wonderful. How are you, Ryan?
Doing fantastic. Let me first ask you this. 1949, they've been trying to destigmatize mental health. Why do you feel like this has been such an issue for people to speak freely about how they feel, depression, needing help? Why is it so hard?
I think that the first thing is that most people equate having some type of mental issue as it means that you're crazy. Back in the day, we would have family members that may not have been able to be around the rest of the family, and they would say things like they have spells, they are attacked by spirits. It was all these negative things attached to people who we really didn't understand what was going on. And so as we move forward, we continue to try and change the narrative because we're trying to educate. Education and knowledge is power. And so the things that we don't understand, we can do better with it when we have some education around it.
And that's what we're going to try to do right now, Dr. Sabrina. If you're somebody who needs help, how do you know where you need to go? There's and we'll go through them, but a psychiatrist, a therapist, a counselor, a coach. There's so many different ways to get help. How do people decide what they need?
Well, the first is to understand the different professionals and the roles that they play. And so the first would be a psychiatrist. A psychiatrist is a medical doctor. They went to medical school, and the biggest thing for a psychiatrist is that they are able to prescribe medications. So if you find that you're depressed or you're anxious and you need medicine, a psychiatrist is the person that you're going to have to go to for that. Next, we have the psychologist. And a psychologist is a professional that's either a Ph.D. level, or they can have a master's degree or even a bachelor's degree. But with a psychologist, one of the biggest differences is a psychologist is able to do IQ testing. They're able to look at the cognitive functioning of a person. So when we say what our IQ is, whether it's real high or maybe it's borderline or even to the point that they consider you having a problem, a psychologist does those type of testing. And then you have a counselor, which can be either a psychologist, a social worker, or a person that's a trained counselor, and they're generally a degreed professional, but they may do a barrage of different things. They may counsel you, they may do case management, and so there's a lot of different services that a counselor provides. And then this next one. A lot of people have a spiritual leader. A spiritual leader is someone that in your faith is a faith-based person who is either licensed by the state or they're ordained within that particular religious order. And you can go to them for spiritual assistance and support. And then lastly is the coach. And a coach is a person that really is different in many aspects, but coaching is kind of a new phenomenon. They will help you and coach you into the places that you want to be as you're looking at what you want your life to be as you continue to matriculate through life.
And Dr. Sabrina, I guess the moral of the story, though, too, is if you think you need a little bit extra, start somewhere, right? Start somewhere.
Absolutely. Start somewhere, because there is someone that even if someone came to me and I saw that they really needed a psychiatrist, I am going to refer them to a psychiatrist. I talk to people because I get calls all the time, and I look at what their needs are, and then I can make a plan of what things they need to get that plan addressed.
Dr. Sabrina Jackson, I feel like this is my own personal therapy session that everybody's looking in on every Monday. So thank you so much. We certainly appreciate it. We'll check back in with you next Monday. In the meantime, you can learn more at sabrinajackson.com. Marielle?